So what would you say happened now after the program? You talked about before, you talked about during, what you were noticing during. So now it's been over a year since you've been in the program. What's different for you?
I found that I feel like I'm more confident in my decisions, and that I know that regardless of whatever decision I make, there's no necessarily correct decision and no wrong decision. There's a bit of a leeway, and you have to choose what decision works best for you. And overall, I found that this has impacted a lot of my decisions in my life. Like, for example, the program I chose to study next year, whereas I chose something that I'm more passionate about, but it's more a bit of a less conventional and perhaps more risky path to take, as opposed to something safe but perhaps not as interesting to me. So I found that this program kind of gave me the confidence to pursue that and realize that not everything comes down to your degree or your work experience, but there's a lot of soft skills in between that.
Sure.
And I realized that regardless of which way I go, as long as I develop the necessary skills, I'll be okay. And not just okay, but I'll do great.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's been happening with that, not just doing okay, but being great? Like, let's start with, I remember when you guys started, you were a good student, right? But what happened afterwards?
So before I started, again, I was happy with my progress in my academics, but I put a lot more time and energy in a negative way than I should have, about worrying about small percentages, right? I was a lot more stressed about my grades than I should have been.
Yeah.
And I found that after this program, it helped me sort of take it a step back and take it a bit easier, not worry about that small mark here or there, and just sort of focus on actually learning the material instead of just studying in order to get a higher number. And I found that overall this actually worked in my favor, in that the following semester and the following years, I found that my success in school has increased as well. And it just became a more enjoyable experience because I was in class to learn, and this actually helped me succeed more in school.
Okay, I love what you're talking about here, because there's so much pressure on teenagers, on 20-somethings, to perform to get high grades, and that's such a stressful thing, and it's leading people to be more stressed, more anxious, more depressed than ever before. And you're saying that not only did it get easier on you and less stressful, but you actually perform better at the same time. So you're getting better results and it's easier.
Exactly.